Hi, this is Kevin Purcell with Hitachi Vantara, and we're here at the beautiful Fairmont Scottsdale Princess in beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona, attending the GSI Executive Summit, and I am honored to have one of our best and most prominent guests. His name is Pad, and Pad is the Executive Vice President at HCL Technologies. Welcome, Pad.
Thank you, Kevin.
So thank you for joining us. It's a real pleasure to actually meet you face to face, and I know it takes a lot of time out of your busy schedule.
Work is worship.
So listen, the first question I had for you, Pat, was this. What is the overall strategy for HCL Technologies, and how do you fit into that strategy?
First of all, I'm a very proud employee of HCL. The kind of transformation I've witnessed from where we started, from where we are today and where we're going to be at least 5-6 years from now, is very, very interesting. We are constantly innovating ourselves in terms of what is that thing that we should stop doing and what the new thing we should be doing. I think around this we play our games. From a service line perspective, it will revolve around our infrastructure, application modernizations, which is all the cutting edge technology, and what we call is DPO, which is digital process outsourcing. So around these three, the underlying principle or the DNA of the company is the engineering base. It's born out of engineering mindset and all the projects that we have done in the engineering field.
Well, you should be very proud. It's a very impressive long career at HCL, and you guys are doing some really leading edge stuff. Where do you see some of the collaboration that we could potentially be doing together?
It's a very interesting thing that Gajen and the team are doing, which is a little away from traditional infrastructure and that stuff, what Hitachi Vantara is known for. Right. But I think getting the engineering discipline of Hitachi within Hitachi Vantara and getting into innovations and transformations and cloud and data analytics and all that stuff is a very dear to me, dear to HCL. I believe in true partnership because individually we have not figured out what we need to do because the world is changing so differently, so rapidly, so uniquely. Nobody knew this pandemic stuff, right? Look at how many things have changed. I think there is a very interesting intersection between these two companies. And the fundamentals of that is engineering principles and thinking of services and how do you productize your service. I think around this, if we can think through certain areas and collaborate, it will be very interesting.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. How would you accelerate, though, that partnership? Because obviously there's a lot of change going on, as you said. There's a lot of synergies between our two companies, but how do we actually accelerate?
Yeah, at the end of the day, if you are sincere and committed to what you want to do and have a focus, there will be tremendous success. There is a decent amount of skin in the game approach that need to happen, decent amount of account-based strategy that need to happen, because both of us have got very strategic customers of our own. But there's a lot of money on the table, a lot of innovations on the table. Nobody's doing anything about it. We can look at some labs, we can look at some very different level of engagement. Concept to reality should be very quick. And there is enough technology, enough ecosystem that exists other than Hitachi and HCL that we need to also embrace it. So I think around this, if we create a very simple strategy to execute, it's all about execution. I think there's going to be a significant improvement in terms of our top line, bottom line, creating value for the customer.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. And I think where it comes into play is very important is commitment and trust. And I think between those two and the things that you've spoken about, I think we can actually be very successful together.
Absolutely.
So the one last question I had for you is, when you look at the opportunity ahead, in one word, how would you describe our partnership going forward?
Trust.
Trust.
Yeah. And
Good.
Trust to transparency.
Excellent. It's been a real pleasure to have you at the event. And again, thank you so much for attending.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Pat. And thank you for listening. And we look forward to a great event for the rest of the day.